my new favorite deck in today's video. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you for taking the time to support the channel. My name is Hello Good Game, and I am incredibly pleased to be your host within today's Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide video, breaking down in depth our deck list, discussing the strategies as well as synergies, giving you a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively. Furthermore, demonstrating within our Mythic ranked gameplay footage against the best decks as well as players in-game. Concluding with our final thoughts, deck review, and channel news. If you want to help out, it means an absolute ton. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and if you want, join the community Discord. Link is found in the Linktree link in the description below. Thank you again, and let's take a look at the deck.
It's a new lap record!
Here we are. Izzet Second Cast, version 2? Okay, so, if you're a diehard fan, you may have already watched the first version of this deck that revolved around treasure creation. Breaches, the new Izzet card, capitalizes on the second cast mechanic and also needs to utilize treasures for this. It's been eliminated from this version. We are dialing in to become the most competitive variant of the deck as we progress. If you are unfamiliar and didn't see that video, Duelist of the Mind is the star of the show here. For 2 mana, with flying and vigilance, its power is equal to the number of cards we've drawn this turn, toughness equal to 3, and whenever we commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. This is very nice as we are capitalizing on that draw power equal to function here. Doubling it with the Edict's Memory for 2 mana. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card, so this is nice. You have no maximum hand size, doesn't really matter. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn -1, your draw step card, of course, right? So any additional cards we've drawn on the turn will now translate into +1/+1 counters, hopefully on the Duelist, and then of course the Duelist gets +1/+1 for each card you've drawn this turn as well. And then we're going to force a massive draw with the Brass Tunnel Grinder for 3 mana. As it enters the battlefield, you may discard any number of cards and then draw that many +1. At the beginning of your end step, if you've descended this turn, put a bore counter on the grinder, and if there are 3 counters on it, transform it into the Searing Rift. Taps for red mana as they land, and whenever you cast a permanent spell using mana from the Rift, discover X, where X is equal to that spell's mana value. Really, really groovy. This is the core of the deck that we're building around. We now have some support creatures within the Harrier Strix. A 1/1 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, tap target permanent. That is a crime, triggering our Duelist. It can also open up our attack lane by tapping their blocker. Very nice. Furthermore, we can force a draw for 3 and then discard, which is great. Utilizing all of our discards, never wasting, with Inti, Seneschal of the Sun, 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until the end of turn. That trample is very nice for damage output consistency. Furthermore, whenever you discard a card, exile the top card of your library, and you may play that card until your next end step, making sure that when we are discarding, we're going to get that value back. Casting from exile, it's not a draw, but retaining the card value. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Furthermore, we will utilize Inti within Rona, Invasion. Whenever you cast a non-legendary spell, you may untap it, and you can tap Rona as a 1-powered 3 toughness creature to draw a card and discard a card, right? And again, that loops back to working with the deck as a whole, but also retaining our value, not just throwing it to the graveyard and hoping we get good draws from Inti, because sometimes your draws are going to be lands, and, well, we don't want that. On a similar note, Ledger Shredder for 2 mana as a 1 power 3 toughness creature with flying, and whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, the Shredder will connive. The connive is a draw, and then discard. If you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. So again, the draw with the deck as a whole, the discard really helping with Inti. The Phoenix Chick is here as a discard target. It can come back from the grave whenever we attack with 3 creatures for 2 red mana, entering with a +1/+1 counter on it, tapped and attacking, which is great. If not, it's a 1/1 with flying and haste for 1. But again, seeing is that we can have it enter the battlefield from the graveyard, it makes a very nice target to discard, which we are doing a lot. Okay, so Slick Sequence for 2 at instant, dealing 2 damage to any target. If you cast another spell this turn, draw a card. The second cast is viable here as the mana curve is so low, sitting at 1.7, supported by 21 lands. Should be no problem in theory. Of course, we have additional interaction. The draw here is nice again. Spell Pierce. 1 mana, instant speed, counter target, non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. This should help protect you, and specifically your Duelist early game. And the Festivities, 1 mana, sorcery speed, 3 copies, 1 damage to each opponent, each creature, and each planeswalker they control, making sure that we are dunking on the Boros aggro deck. It's just that easy, a really low-cost field wipe that's quite effective. Play with Fire, 1 mana, instant speed, 2 damage to any target. If it was a player, scry 1, 4 copies of this in deck, which is quite nice. For the reach, within the sequence, alongside the Festivities for us. Keep in mind, we can tap blockers to open attack lanes, as well as apply Trample. Rona can transform 5 mana, 2 life into the Obliterator, a 5/5 with Trample. And whenever a source deals damage to Rona, that source's controller will exile a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, into the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, you may cast it for free. Absolutely lovely. Additional evasion here. Keep in mind, counters that you put on Rona throughout the game will stay as you transform it to the Obliterator, which is very, very nice. Oakley Dokley, we have the Soaring City and the Defiance here as our utility lands. 2/1/1s, they bounce. Then we have the Reef and the Canal for consistency and a few basics to get us through to the end of the match. Having an absolute blast with this deck. I hope you enjoy. We'll break down our Mythic gameplay here for you and then come back to close out with any thoughts as to where we'll go with the deck from here. Thank you. You can like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord, but most importantly, kick back, relax, and have an absolute magical day. Enjoy today's gameplay. On the draw, not great, not bad. Pay life lands, not great. 1, 2, 3, not bad. So, I guess, depending on what happens here, if they're going to tap out or not. I may want to play that Harrier Strix later on to trigger the Duelist crime. Hang life against red's going to be pretty gruesome. Let's see if we can make our way through. Done 14 on the turn. It's not a good start. That does help a little. Not having to pay life. Are we double casting? Or we're going straight for the kill? I think we should maybe try to clean up the field. It really depends. I mean, at least there's no prowess triggers on these. It's important to me that it lives. It's okay to save. I'm going to clean up the field state. Draw, please. Perfect. Well, actually, I might try to keep both grinders. I still think killing the Phoenix is appropriate. Hit for 4. Okay. 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 Hit for 5. No. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. Well, I mean, it's not bad. It doesn't die. It's not great. Block 5? Yeah. Let me think. Okay. First and foremost, let's draw. This just got a lot more interesting. We hit for 3 to 11. Oh, no, 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 no. A little bit more than that, actually. 4 to 10. All right, all right, all right. Next turn is going to be brutal, bro. If we can get a second mountain or red source untapped, we're going to live the absolute dream. Wow. It's a lot of damage. We could risk it in the draw, but I want to confirm. Bring the Phoenix out. Nice. Oh. Oh. That's a lot of damage, dude. Very nice. All right, we have the only 2 lands we'll get all game. Nah, you'll pull more lands, bro. Hello. Good game. And good luck, of course. She's a brick. House. No landy landy. Bricking all day long. Duelist, does it go? Let's smash, and, well, we've got the rest of our required cards here. I like the Dancer. That's a pretty cool card. Misplay, because I should be casting Play with Fire. That's okay, though. I'd rather discard it. We could have double blued on the memory. Let's see if we get punished. Are we going to get punished? We can't block this. It's unblockable. Oh yeah, you're getting punished for sure. That's life gain, baby. Okay, I see you. I see you! You doing it? They're doing it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Vortex City! No, you're a vortex. Bruh. I'll tell you what, I do not appreciate that. So I'm going to crime. So it's Duelist. Get. Draw a tunnel, pass a chicky poo. Push up. Get a little bulk going on. Looking for a second red source. Fourth land in general, down to 12. They're definitely winning this race. All right. I mean, I guess. You only really need one. I'll keep that other grinder, though. Yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Do they have indestructible? No. Open up that attack lane. Uh-oh. 12 damage, which is just doggone goofy. Oh, nice. Is there a nice option? Opponent goes first, literally cheating. I don't see them doing anything, and I'd like to get that attacker out as soon as possible. The Duelist as well. But, you know. Might just need to hold up that removal. There's no way it's not a domain deck, so we know what to do. Well, I mean, still good value. I'll take it. I was expecting something a little different, in all honesty. Domain playing Virtue. Interesting. Alright, let's take a scry. Fourth land can just leave me alone. They're tapped. Let's slam for one. Land in play. Looking for our fourth to double cast. I should memory first if we don't draw it organically. Hey, that's not nice. And take the draw. Oh, no. Auto Tapper screwed us. We could have gotten it. That sucks. We deserve it. It prioritizes your pay life lands to be colorless. Really need to be aware of that. Because we could have played our Duelist there. And that's really, really sad for us as far as tempo. We're losing a whole turn. At least. And that gives them the chance to interact, you know. Oh. Zuradelphia? Interesting. They're tapping. Life gain's good, though. Try to at least grab it back. If they have any ley lines, we're in deep trouble. Five in hand, 6 mana. Invasion X equals 4. They're gonna flip it. Nope. 6 protection counters on that. I thought there was only 4. Okay, so this is gonna be a crime. Tapping their blocker. Let's draw and discard. Now let's draw again. We could draw one more time or just take 2 damage. I think the 2 damage would be more favorable. We have 11 damage. So close. That life gain, literally saving them. Literally saving them, dude. We didn't play land on the turn. We potentially could have memoried into a land and got all of the damage we needed. Now that I'm thinking through correctly, and we lost that turn earlier, keep in mind also. So this is... I forgot about this also, and now they could potentially have counter magic. Maybe they tap out first main phase. These mistakes go both ways as far as min-maxing goes. Just be aware of them. That's why I'm always discussing whether or not I played it correctly or, you know, hindsight, LOL. Still good to be aware for next time. So, yeah. Do you think they have it? It's a crime. We could technically draw another. Yes, please. Kind of. Not quite, but... That's it. Nice. That's really close. Wow. Okay, there's 3 land in our opening hand. I guess I was really complaining about it, though, recently, so... I'm going to save this as a crime. Just hit with haste. Toss the reef, I think, right? Tossing the Phoenix Chick may have been more appropriate, but... that sucks. Removal on Inti. Yeah. Well, maybe even just a draw. But they're not key cards. I'd rather a Shredder, yeah. Something with a little back end. I mean, not that this doesn't have it with the ability, but you can't be paying 3 mana for that. This is flying, wow. Let's first attack. See if we can pull a block. We don't. Play a land, second cast on it. Just get rid of it because it's toxic. Again. Again, 3 of them, wow. Oh, we don't get it. Should I be defending this? Probably. Maybe they second cast, we can toss our land, and then second cast with our sequence ourselves. It's a possibility. Nice. Good for you. Thank you. We get to crime as well. I'm gonna toss the Phoenix. Keep our damage up in case there's something that scares us. Really cool that they're top 1000 with this. It just goes to show the power of the toxic mechanic. Okay. I should have done it on upkeep. Let's commit a crime. Draw, discard, toss the land. Okay, cool. Very nice. Yeah. I'll allow it. And hit for 7. We almost get it. Not quite. The grinder transforms into the rift. We can now discover equal to X, where X is our spell's mana cost, where mana is spent from the rift to cast that spell. Okay. We should be good. Up to 3, they grab a card. Can't cast it. We have clean block. And lethal. Good game. Really impressed with your deck. That's cool. Going first. Good land. Not a bad hand. Pretty good. I mean, it definitely could be worse. I think we could make something of it. They're tapped out. Let's just play an attack. Really, Shuffler? You've lost your mind. We'll push up the Strix. Well, I'll just commit a crime then. No. I will keep that spell pierce though. We're going to lose our creature. Oh, okay. If we can get our 4th land, and of course survive this turn, there's still hope. Not bad. Not great though, but not bad. Just gonna keep Spell Pierce. This is what it's here for. Hit for 5 to 9, and we should have a tempo win. I think. We could remove counters from our attacker. Probably kill Edict's memory, though. Very nice. Beautiful. Here's a Shredder. Here's 2, resulting in a double draw. First from the Connive. Chick to the grave. Hit for 5. Of course, we don't get those plus counters because they did deal with our memory. Very close, though. We have the blocker. Nice. Good game. And yeah, look at that Harrier Strix. That's a 5/5. Pretty good. Going first with the not a bad hand. Maybe we don't have to pay life. Well, I guess we don't. But just in general later on. Yeah, like that, like that, like that. I'm going to throw it all. I'm just going to toss it. Maybe I keep the other tunneler, but toss at least a majority. Here, oh, it's a human. It's... Leave them alone, chat. We could stomp on them pretty aggressively there, but I think this will be fine. Watch us regret that immediately. Oh, I always do. Yep. Things like that, you know? Say toss it all. Keep the old one. Bye. Draw, 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 draw. Hit for casual 7. Ooh. Are you going cray cray? You are going cray cray. Joe, duh! In the house. We're down to 9. Wow. We have to finish this immediately. So draw and discard for 2. And then we have another 2. And then the Phoenix, I guess. Is this going to be enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think we have lethal. We could, because we're not going to be attacking if we want to defend. Go with the Shredder. Get the Connive, toss the Phoenix. Oh, it's in tapped. Oh. It's in tapped. We should have wiped that Catilda. I was not expecting. So close. If we weren't tapped here, we would have been okay. Second Phoenix goes. Good game. Really close. Dang. We should have killed that Catilda. I knew it was going to come back and get us. Because they were able to ramp into the Joda because of it. Okay. Good game. Good game. Really close. I liked it. All right. So the land is a little tricky. Sometimes just getting all of the land in the world. Sometimes, you know, not getting any of our lands, which is a little wild. Spell Pierce sometimes works really good, sometimes not at all. Maybe we drop it. Maybe Consider is the card that goes there. Surveil 1, draw a card. It's not bad. It certainly works with the deck. I'm also thinking about Jace. Easy to cast late game with the double cast because it only is 2 mana. Of course, it's a dead card early on. The Hermit in a similar function to the Phoenix where we can discard it, retaining access to the Geist via Disturbed. Similar note, the Bloodfeather Phoenix, discard it when we deal spell damage, pay 1, it comes back as a 2/2 with haste. Oh, it might not be too shabby either. Slickshot Show Off, it's hard not to want to put it in every single deck, but we're resisting for now. The Dragon Engine, again, very nice to discard for us. Play it from the grave for 5. Discard hand and draw. Pretty decent within our synergy. And big score there as well. Discard a card. Not bad with Inti. Create 2 treasures, draw 2 cards. I think that this could definitely go in the deck as well. Let me know what you think and where we can go with it from here. I'll definitely continue to play and test, and I'll let you know where I land. Thank you for all your input. Have a magical day. I'll see you soon in the next.